Matt with Beard Implement Company in Orangeville, Illinois, and we're here today going over a few of our common issues on our flagship machines. We're here at the Clean Grain Elevator, and inside the elevator is a paddle chain that we have a few issues with our master links coming apart. And this machine right here actually has a clip missing. So if you have this style that has what we call a J clip, these J clips will break off and then the master link will come apart. So I recommend changing all these style master links out to a threaded pin style, and it gets rid of this clip and just has a nut on it that you can tighten up. And they are a lot more reliable and we don't have trouble with them coming apart. And they're also reusable, so if you need to split your chain for any reason, we can always just take the link off and pull it apart and then put it back together and reuse it. Here we're at the rear right hand corner of our cleaning shoe, and there's a plastic roller in here that keeps the shoe centered left to right. There's one on this side and one on the other. Because of the way the belt tension drives the shoe, it puts all the force right here on this plastic idler, and it wears out and gets flat spots on it prematurely. There is an updated version to change this over to a steel ball bearing, which we haven't had any issues with, but anything that's got the plastic roller on it gets switched over to the ball bearing style, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Just something to take a look at. If it's got flat spots wore on it, the shoe has a lot of slop side to side, so it's something we want to keep an eye on so we don't shake the shoe back and forth and take the chance of cracking something somewhere else. Here we're at the tailings processor, and a lot of times when a customer washes a machine, they miss a spot on the inside of the tailings processor and it causes a bearing to fail prematurely. There's on this center shaft of the tailings processor, on the inside there's a lip that will hold wet material when you wash it, and then that wet material just sits there on that bearing and then rusts the seal out, and then we'll fail the bearing prematurely. So this is the inside view of what you're looking at, and it's this pocket right here, and this one's actually full of material right now. So all this stuff right here is wet, and when it sits on the bearing's right back in here, it prematurely rusts that seal out, and then you'll fail the bearing. We're here at the back of the sieve, and this is our handle that adjusts our pre-sieve. And this one's actually got an issue right now where when you move the handle, the sieve itself doesn't actually move. So if you put it up in the first notch, we want that to be where we set the sieve to start moving. So there's a little adjuster bolt right here where we can loosen this up and adjust this. So we want to start moving the handle until you see the sieve just start to move, and that needs to be our number one position, our number one notch. So that if you normally run your pre-sieve on notch number 3, as it wears, notch number 3 is now notch number 1. So we need to, as just linkages and stuff and the wear in the sieve, we'll need to check this every year to make sure that 1 on the indicator is actually 0 on the sieve, and then when you go to 2, it actually moves, and then 3, until you see that one don't start to move until you start to go into the 4th notch. So if you normally set your pre-sieve on 3, now it's actually set on 0. So it's something just to look at, pre-season check before you get started to make sure when you actually set your sieve where you want it, it's actually going there.